895themix.com, the people's voice, the people's choice, your station for personal conversation, business information, and spiritual inspiration. 895themix.com, available online or on your TuneIn app. 895themix.com. I am Lisa Santiago visiting live here with Miss Nancy White, and we are at Nona Sweets. Miss Nancy, hey!
Hello, Lisa.
I'm so excited to have you with me here today. We're all set up in I guess this is where the weddings happen, where the
tastings
of the brides.
Mm-hmm. They come in and taste all different kinds of cakes and just enjoy, and then they work with Dominica to create their special cake, and Dominica's so talented. Every single cake is completely different.
I know, and as much as I know her name is Dominica, I consistently call her Nona, even though I know Nona is her grandmother. But the bakery is wonderful, and I'm actually from New York, and so it's sort of nostalgic for me because we used to have bakeries, New York and New Jersey, and they have so many of the similar, because we had an Italian culture there, mm-hmm. and Little Italy and all of that, and so many of the little desserts are here that make me just want to be a little kid again.
I know, and it's amazing because every one of the recipes here have been passed down from generation to generation.
Wow.
And a lot of people don't know that Nona means grandmother in Italian.
Absolutely.
And so it's incredible to taste and to see, and Dominica, again, is so creative. Whatever season it is, she's coming up with some incredible new creations.
I know, I saw some Halloween tidbits.
Yes, and she has pumpkin everything,
yes.
Pumpkin cheesecake bars.
Pumpkin spice, pumpkin everything. Yes. And Nona Sweets is not only sweets, though. We caught her on the run today, actually. Yes. She was delivering lunch to one of the nearby businesses, so they actually do lunch as well.
They do breakfast and lunch.
Oh, wow, I didn't know breakfast.
Yes, so breakfast and lunch, and then for people that are after hours, she always has a little container or case where you can pick up some chicken salad or quiche or something that if people want to grab and go. The
little parfaits and soups mm-hmm. and quiche and stuff. So yes, absolutely. So Nona's not just for sweets, although I'm telling you the desserts are fantastic. But you can come out, there's meeting space, like where you can come out and have your one-on-ones and have your little get-togethers. And we're actually recording today in the wedding tasting parlor. Would it be a parlor? I think it's a parlor. It's beautiful, and they've got the little pretend cakes everywhere. It's fantastic. But we are here to meet and talk with Miss Nancy White. Miss Nancy, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about who you are and how we came to meet each other?
Oh,
do you remember?
How many years ago was that? Oh my gosh, I know.
It's at least one.
At least.
But maybe two.
Yeah, maybe two by
now.
Wow. Because it's been over a couple of years, and we met networking.
Yes.
And so you and I both love networking to meet people and to
Absolutely.
Connect people.
Absolutely.
And so, but just a little bit about me, Lisa. Mm-hmm. I'm a native Charlottean. I was born and raised here in Charlotte.
One of the only few. One of the few and only.
There's several of us, but it's been incredible. I've been able to travel around the world, but I've always lived here, and so it's been amazing because Charlotte has grown and just evolved over the years, and we're very transient. We have about 40,000 people that move into this area every year.
Wow.
And it is, and right now about half of them are millennials, so we're always getting to meet amazing people from all over the country and around the world, and being able to embrace their gifts and talents that they're bringing here.
That's awesome. They come for our college, our culture, and everything. And I say I'm a transplant here, but I've been here for 21 years now. Yes. So I've got to claim Charlotte.
Yes, you do. Absolutely.
I get to claim, and I love it. I absolutely love it here. Now, you did indicate that we met networking, and that is one of the areas that I embrace, particularly as one that supports entrepreneurs and new startup businesses and people that are trying to get out there in Charlotte. This is a very relationship required, quote unquote, town.
It right? is. And it's funny because I've been networking for about 15 years in the city, and I will hear some feedback every once in a while from some people that are from the north, and they'll say, people down here are very relationship oriented, and they like to touch and hug, and they're not used to it. And so, but it's with authenticity, and it's just people here want to build those relationships, and we always hear it. People are going to do business with people they know, like, and trust. But you know what? It is the relationships that you build with people without any ulterior motives.
Absolutely.
And I think that's very key when it comes to networking.
I think it is, and I think the key word that you used there is no ulterior motives, and the other word is authenticity, right? So you can't pretend to want to know, like, and trust someone. You've got to be real about it.
Absolutely.
And time will prove those things and those people out. But I'm going to tell you, I have met people from everywhere, and the one name that we can pull out of our hats and know to match in common is Miss Nancy White. I was on the phone, actually, a young lady, the owner of Clean as a Bee, came out, Miss Shay Morton.
Yeah.
And she said, I know Miss Nancy. You know Miss Nancy? I said, yeah, that's my mama. She said, no, that's my mama. So, and we know of you, not just because you're out there getting around, but because you're an authentic spirit. You're out there getting around, surely as committed to growing your business as you are committed to helping other people to grow theirs. And that's what's fantastic.
It is. It's fantastic to see other people to grow and just to flourish and to see them be successful, especially women. I mean, for men also, but women really need to have women to empower each other and to hold each other up and to be able to cast a vision of hope sometimes when they don't have hope or when they're going through some challenges, to be able to offer resources for them and just support and to cheer them on.
Absolutely.
But, women are very passionate and they take a lot of things to heart. And one of the things over the years I've encouraged a lot of women is when you go through a no or not now or whatever, it's not rejection and it's not, don't take it personally. And so being able to handle business, because business is yes and no's, a lot more no's sometimes than yeses. But those are the times where you get to see where the rubber hits the road. And just really, if you're living and working in your passion, then those no's are just going to mean a closed door where you're not going to waste your time trying to kick a door open that doesn't need to be open.
Absolutely. I would have thought that you already read my book, The Tiniest Little Acorn. It's actually, we started out thinking it was a children's book, but it's actually a book for the child in all of us. And The Tiniest Little Acorn is essentially the beginning us, the start of who we are when sometimes the conditions are not what we like them to be, but they are the necessary conditions for us to grow into who we are supposed to be, which is a mighty oak tree.
Absolutely.
So I'm excited that we share that thought and that passion as well. I do believe that anyone, particularly any woman that has the opportunity to sit down with you and just have a one-on-one, that you're so giving and so open that you're sharing not only in your personal area, your personal realm of expertise. I actually think it's both networking and health, to be quite honest. I think that you wear both of those hats, but I do know that you spend a lot of focus and have had a lot of passion over the years for health. I was going to say women's health, but it's everyone's health. Why don't you share a little bit about that?
Okay, Lisa. In my passion, I really reflected back to see where it really was rooted, where it came from. And I can remember when I was 9 years old and sitting on the front porch and just was so excited that my mom and dad were coming home. My dad had a long hospital stay. And I remember I got to stay out of school that day, and I was sitting on the steps, and I saw the VW Volkswagen van, which was very unique in those days, coming down the street. And I ran down the sidewalk, flung open the door, and my mom and my Uncle Matty were in there, but not my dad.
Wow.
And so that was when I found out that my dad had died, and he had died of Hodgkin's. He had battled Hodgkin's for several years. And so then, just sort of fast forward, when I was a senior in high school, my older brother, John, whom he and I loved each other very much, and he always wanted to be a doctor. And just a funny story that We used to operate on dead squirrels that were killed by cars, roadkill, because he was practicing being a doctor, and we had our
you used to literally operate on
yes,
them.
and, oh my gosh, I can still remember the smell, Lisa. Oh, but anyways, but he had joined the Navy, and he was studying to become a doctor. And so in one of his classes that he was taking was he's learning how to use a microscope. And so he was doing some research and testing, using his own blood to do some, being able to count red blood cells, white blood cells. Mm-hmm. And he had discovered that he had an extra amount of white blood cells.
Wow.
And so later on, the diagnosis was confirmed. He had leukemia.
Oh, boy.
So he pretty much discovered his own illness. But he lived 2 years longer after that. But I will tell you, their premature deaths really birthed a passion in me to learn about being preventative and having natural alternatives for living a healthy lifestyle. So fast forward 30 years, and I have always been a researcher in finding natural ways. Now, I know that there is places for medical and for that intervention.
Absolutely.
Always.
Absolutely.
The Hodgkin's my father died of is now curable. The leukemia my brother died of is now curable. And so my mom, who had lived to be 96 before she moved home to be with the Lord, was a great influence. She used to juice before Jack LaLanne had a juicer. But anyways, and I still don't like juicing. But anyways, so that was what birthed my passion of over the years, learning and continuing to learn. I do have a special heart for cancer thrivers and helping those people to live long, healthy lives after their challenge. But just giving everybody hope. We have brand new bodies every 6 to 8 years.
Wow.
And we get to be in control of what those bodies are made out of. And so that was where my passion began.
So how does someone have an opportunity to sit down with you and sort of share with you where they currently are in their lifestyle regimen and allow you to give them some helpful information?
Well, Lisa, I love doing, I call it a discovery session, a health discovery session, and just going over some information with them. I have a great way to just listen and ask questions about where they are. And they can schedule a discovery session through my website, which is www. And it's REJ as in joy, V as in victory, N as in Nancy, the number 8, and the letter U.com. And just schedule a discovery session that's a convenient time that we do by phone, and we go over all kinds of areas. I'm very holistic. It's mind, body, and spirit, and there's not any one thing, but just finding out and hearing whatever it is, a transformation that they're looking to make in their life right now. I really encourage people, I don't care who it is, to get into a healthy lifestyle that works for them, that they can live with for the rest of their life, and just keep tweaking it so they can age with vitality and grace.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you often share this, so I don't feel uncomfortable sharing it, that as beautiful as you are and as hard as it is it to believe, you are how old?
I'm 64.
Now, I know this is radio and everybody can't see, but I'm telling you that she doesn't look a day over 50. And she is fantastic, vibrant, beautiful, and we always have a wonderful time sharing and interacting with Miss Nancy. And again, her website for you to schedule your own discovery session is www.rejv as in victory, N8U.com. I am Lisa Santiago McNeil, and I'm excited to be here with you with Miss Nancy at Nona's Sweets Bakery, and we are signing off. $8.95themix.com, the people's voice, the people's choice, your station for personal conversation, business information, and spiritual inspiration. $8.95themix.com.